everybody, my name is Anastasia Lavrina and welcome to IDD Talks. Today we have a special guest, member of Azerbaijani parliament, Tural Ganjaliyev. Hello and welcome to our program.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. We're having a historical time. As a result of the initiation and successful completion of anti-terrorist measures, Azerbaijan regained its sovereignty. A large part of the army of the separatists in the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan have been completely destroyed. Do you believe that this is the end of the Armenian separatists in the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan?
Yes, very good question. Actually, as you have mentioned, Azerbaijan has conducted very important anti-terrorist measures against the separatist junta regime, which still remained in the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan and terrorized civil population there. And within 24 hours, our army has conducted very successful anti-terror measures to prevent those separatist junta regime to kill, to terrorize the local residents, not only Azerbaijanis, by the way, but also the Armenian residents. You know that for many, many years, Armenian residents were like hostages in the hands of those terrorists who were using them and who were terrorizing them. And I think that now, after the completion of the successful anti-terror measures, which was implemented with high professional skills and with professionalism, with precise, according to the plans, I think that after completion of these anti-terror measures, all the residents in the Karabakh region, of course, will be living in safety and dignity. And I think that it is after this very historic moment, we can say that the territorial integrity of Azerbaijan has been fully recovered. And of course, I would like to use this opportunity to congratulate you and our nation, our country, with this very successful achievement.
Mr. Ganjaliyev, you are a member of parliament from Hankendi, and previously you served as the chair of Azerbaijani community of former Nagorno-Karabakh region. What's your opinion about the ongoing situation in Karabakh, where the Armenian population is settled at the moment, and how do you see the future integration process into the Azerbaijani society?
Yes, I think that after the completion of the very successful anti-terror measures, the reintegration process will be continuing very successfully. You know that the main obstacle, main impediment before the reintegration process was the presence of illegal armed forces of Armenia, the junta regime in our lands. By the way, this junta regime we can accept as the continuation of the armed forces of the Republic of Armenia, who rejected and who didn't comply to withdraw all of its troops from our lands. And I think that after all of these developments, the reintegration process will be implemented according to the laws and legislation and the constitution of the Republic of Azerbaijan. And this is a very historic moment because I think that all Armenians who currently live in the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan, they will see themselves, they will feel themselves after the reintegration process is completed, they will be living even better in Azerbaijan compared to their, ethnic Armenians, living in Armenia proper. So I think that even the citizens of Armenia will be jealous towards their, ethnic Armenians living there. But of course, we have to understand that, unfortunately, those nationalists in Armenia, in different countries, Armenian diaspora, they were the main drivers, revanchist forces who were objecting, who were creating problems before this process. But now it's over. I think that especially after the ending of the successful, again, anti-terror measures, with the coordination of the Russian peacekeeping contingent, which plays a very important role here. I think that with the coordination of Russian peacekeeping contingent, we will also achieve the successful disarmament and dissolvement of all armed illegal troops currently in Karabakh region of Azerbaijan.
So you think that we should not expect any unpredictable activity on behalf of the Armenian lobby and Armenian diaspora groups in different countries, especially on the West?
But I think that it's possible because Armenian lobby groups, Armenian diaspora, they will continue, I think, their malign activities against Azerbaijan, against trilateral statement, even against their own government in Armenia. You know that there are some voices against current Prime Minister of Pashinyan. They call him betrayer. They call him as if, and also this is very, unjustified accusations against Russia, against Turkey, saying that they have not been able to prevent all of these developments. But the first important thing that they have to ask about this situation, the Armenian nationalists, the Armenian armed groups, terrorist groups in Karabakh of Azerbaijan, because the main responsible party was Armenia itself, who rejected to withdraw their troops. If they had withdrawn all of their troops after the signing of trilateral statement in 2020, we wouldn't have this situation currently that we have. So the main responsible party here is the Armenia. It's, political circles in the West, Armenian diaspora, Armenian nationalists who have always supported this unfortunate revanchism in Armenia.
You said about historical time we are living today, and there is a meeting in Yevlakh. And what is really interesting, I guess you will support my idea, there were several meetings held in Brussels, in Sochi, in Moscow, in Washington, between the representative from Armenian and Azerbaijani side. It was regarding the future cooperation or maybe establishment of any kind of relations between Armenia and Azerbaijan, establishment of the long-awaited peace between two countries. But what we see today, this is the result and the start of the integration of the Armenians from Karabakh region of Azerbaijan into Azerbaijani society. And at this meeting, the key issue is to discuss the rights and duties of the Karabakh Armenians on the basis of constitutions and laws of the Azerbaijani Republic. Do you think that two sides may reach the long-awaited agreement?
Yes, I think that this is a very historic meeting, which is taking place in Yevlakh city. Before the anti-terror measures conducted, Azerbaijani government, official Baku, on many occasions invited Armenians to come to Yevlakh, to Baku, to any part of Azerbaijan, but they rejected. Despite the fact that the first meeting was held in Khojaly with the representative of Azerbaijan and the ethnic Armenians, with the participation of the Russian peacekeeping contingent. But for the next meetings, unfortunately, Armenian representatives were rejecting. And now, after the meeting which is taking place in Yevlakh, I think that the reintegration process will be accelerated. This is a very historic, again, meeting. And I think that the only way for the Armenians living in Karabakh region of Azerbaijan is the reintegration into Azerbaijani political, economic, societal spheres of our country. Because if you live in the sovereign lands of Azerbaijan, you have to respect the laws, the constitution of Azerbaijan. All of Armenians living in Karabakh, they have to receive Azerbaijani passport, Azerbaijani citizenship. Yes, they are formally the citizens of Azerbaijan, but they have to confirm their obligation, their commitment by receiving their passports. But for example, if they are holding another passport, for example, the passport of the Republic of Armenia, they have to leave Azerbaijan, or it's their decision. If they would like to stay in Azerbaijan, they have to agree to the terms, the conditions of Azerbaijani government, Azerbaijani constitution and laws.
How would you explain the position of Prime Minister of Armenia, Nikol Pashinyan? This time he said that Armenia is not going to intervene to the issues going around the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan, as this is a domestic issue of Azerbaijan. As a result, we saw there is a protest against Prime Minister of Armenia, Nikol Pashinyan, going on not only in Yerevan, but in some other cities of Armenia as well. How would you explain the position of Prime Minister, and how dangerous can it be to the domestic political system in Armenia?
Yes, I think that the decision of the Prime Minister Pashinyan saying that I will not interfere with the internal affairs of Azerbaijan and Karabakh is part of Azerbaijan and it has nothing to do with Armenia. It is one of those wise decisions ever I have seen from Prime Minister Pashinyan. This time he was right, he was correct. But what we have seen in the capital of Armenia, in Yerevan, in the streets of Yerevan, the people are chanting against Prime Minister Pashinyan. People are beating war drum, drums against Azerbaijan. These are not acceptable. Unfortunately, this is also the result of the ideology for years, for centuries, which have nurtured Armenian nationalists, Armenian Dashnaks. And I think that in this case, Armenian government, Pashinyan, must explain to his own people that, for centuries, for many, many years, we have been living in parallel universe. We were away from the reality. We were claiming big Armenia from sea to sea. And this is the way that will take us to catastrophe. We have to give up this way, and we have to respect territorial integrity of each other. And here, this time, the moment that we are speaking, after the meeting in Yevlakh, I think that also the peace proposal, peace treaty, draft peace treaty, which was proposed by by Azerbaijan, will be accepted by the Armenia, and we will see, I hope, in the coming future, the signing of the final peace treaty. Only after signing peace treaty will the peace, the prosperity, the security will come back to our region, where all nations will be living together in peace and harmony. But without a peace treaty, unfortunately, there is a chance again that these revanchist forces in Armenia, in elsewhere in world Armenian diaspora, they will try to do their best in order to undermine and to derive the peace process to actually damage the peace process, the normalization between our countries.
Now it seems that we are a step forward, closer to the peace deal to be signed between Armenia and Azerbaijan. If the Karabakh issues is resolved, then the two sides, there is a more possibility to sign the peace deal until the end of this year.
Let's hope that, yes.
And the final question I have to you, what do you think about the position of some Western media and Western countries who immediately reacted on the situation in the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan, but sometimes to having more pro-Armenian position?
Yes, unfortunately, we have seen the biased, unjustified position of some Western media against the anti-terror measures taking place in Karabakh region of Azerbaijan. They are very biased. We know that there are many pro-Armenian lobby groups, corrupted politicians, corrupted journalists, media who are supporting this unjustified cause against Azerbaijan. Here, I think that unfortunately, Azerbaijan, we are seeing the blackmailing campaign against our country. Their own, for example, let's take French media. The government of France is supporting and is standing behind of all of this blackmailing campaign against Azerbaijan. When we open the pages of Le Monde newspaper, you see completely blackmailing, unjustified accusations. I think that it is not by coincidence. European Union, some member politicians, France, some Western media are doing it intentionally in order to undermine the peace process. If we comply with the trilateral statement signed between leaders of Russia, Azerbaijan, and Armenia, it is enough for us. Because if Armenia complies with the obligation, if Armenia withdraws all of its troops, if Armenia reciprocally recognizes our territorial integrity, in this case, those unjust Western media will not be able to meddle into our internal affairs. So now I think that it's time for Armenia to act as soon as possible in order to prevent all of these unfortunate negative developments.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Ganjaliyev, for joining IDD Talks today.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.